Thank you, baby. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a deception though. I'ma always look good.
Of course.
Y'all need to know that. Like, that's for the haters. I do think I look good. You feel what I'm saying? Now, when I was younger though, but I'm grown. I'm gonna get it together. Thank you for the compliment. You beautiful yourself. You know. Today, y'all, I'm doing this because I see a lot of other people like rub their hands together looking like a baby or something. I don't even rub my hands together. I take it back. All right, that's for real. This is what we're gonna do today. We just here, y'all, for some
reactions.
Some reactions. Basically, I wanted to have a conversation with a woman about a situation that I've been seeing across the internet. And I know she's seen it too, because truth is we already had this conversation about it and we watched it together. Okay, it's about the lady.
The young lady who asked her son's father to bring her son something to eat. He brought one bag and a soda of food from McDonald's to give to their child. She had 3 other children.
Okay.
And it kind of went from there. I'm quite sure everybody has seen it.
We know y'all seen
Look, y'all. Every fucking day my baby daddy come here with one fucking meal for my child. But I have 3 other kids. We have 1 kid together, but he only want to come and bring one thing to McDonald's. But what about my other kids? How come you can't feed my other kids McDonald's though? Like, that's bogus as hell. Like, you're not finna sit here and make my other kids feel left out, and you're only bringing one child something to eat. Look, there he go. And I bet you he only got one thing in there. I bet you he don't even. I'm finna expose out of him so people can see how he really is. It ain't more than enough food in that bag for everybody. What's up? Because I'm finna expose you. What? Because that don't look enough for all my kids. That don't look enough for all my kids. What is that? That's just one burger? One burger, one fry?
What he like? What do you mean?
Okay, what about my other kids?
What about your other kids?
Okay, but them your kids' siblings though.
What are you talking about? What are you mad
Them
about?
my kids, them your kids' siblings though.
So what you?
So my other kids finna be left out.
You didn't feed them?
You know I don't give my food stamps to the 7.
Lisa, how is that my problem?
But if you're trying to help out though, you're not helping out.
I'm not trying to help. I'm trying to help my son.
How are you helping your son when you're only getting food for just him and not the other kids, his siblings?
Lisa,
them are his siblings though. He not finna eat in front of all his other siblings, and they're not eating on McDonald's. Why do I gotta put?
Bring him out to the car. I'll let him eat
No. He's not finna eat that shit at all if you can't bring enough for everybody.
Lisa, so you telling me that I gotta bring my son food? I gotta bring your kids food too now?
Yes.
You sound f***ing dumb.
How is that shit dumb? You sound dumb. You sound dumb.
Where are their daddies at? Nobody told you to talk to them other. You had them other kids. Them your responsibility. They're not my responsibility.
Okay, but if you're gonna bring one, you need to bring it for all.
Lisa,
how do that shit look that I'm letting one child eat McDonald's and all the rest of the kids can't eat no fucking McDonald's?
So
you know I get food stamps on the 11th.
That ain't 3 kids that ain't mine. 3 kids that ain't mine. What
Yeah,
do I look like?
they're his siblings. You knew what you was getting into when you had a baby with me.
No, the f*** I did.
Yes, you did.
You expect me to take care of all the kids? They're not my kids.
Okay, but you still had a baby with me who have kids with other people. I still have other kids.
Why are you recording it?
Because I'm exposing. Everybody think you such a motherfucking good daddy.
I am a good daddy.
No, you're not. No, you're not. You're full of shit in this bullshit. You only come here with one fucking piece of food for one child.
The child that's mine, silly.
No, that's dumb that you can't feed the other kids. Don't feed nobody at all. Then he can't take that shit. He can't eat it.
Maybe if you had 1 or 2, I can maybe. You got it's 3 extra kids. What the f***? You all like going to my motherfucking account, spending money on all those kids. Them not my kids.
Them are your kids' siblings though. Dumb.
So that's what you gonna go with? That's the one you gonna
Those
go
are your fucking kids' siblings.
So that means I
Yeah.
take care of them.
So don't.
where's
No,
the-
I didn't say you have to take care of them. You can bring them something to eat if you bring one something to eat.
I bring them food every other day. What do you mean? I'm not-
Exactly, but you don't never bring food for the other ones. You know I get my food stamps on the
They
11th.
are your babies.
Okay,
Hey,
but I'm
Mama.
saying we share the
If you-
same
if you-
kid
if you-
as well.
Absolutely. So if you want to, if you feel the way about him eating, take him in the room and let him.
I'm not taking my kid
Or
in the
send him down
room.
to the car. He ain't even got to eat in front of his brothers and sisters. He can come right out to the car and eat with me. Is that
No,
fine?
no. You know what? Fine. Give it here.
Thank you.
Give it
Grow
here.
up, bro.
Give it
you
here.
know, Kids,
Give it here.
You sound stupid.
Dumb. He ain't eating this. F- you.
Why the you just do that?
Because you ain't bringing up for all the other kids.
Stupid.
You
Share,
stupid.
comment,
Subscribe.
and make sure y'all subscribe. We definitely need that and them likes. Come on now. Don't be hating. Oh yeah, I see some of y'all take y'all subscribe back, but it's all good. It's all love because guess what? You still watch the video, so thanks for the view. I appreciate your subscribe for however long you was subscribed, but thank you. I appreciate you. You be back. You be back. I wanted to talk about this lady. I actually wanted to know who was wrong. This is your opinion. I've been through some things similar to this myself. So this is a personal thing to me. It's a personal issue because I feel like a lot of women try to take advantage of the man with the child, and
They do.
to a point where as though they don't let the kid see the father. They tell the father he don't want to see you and this and that. They make decisions on who
How
can-
they feel. They
Right.
make decisions on their
as
emotions.
if we both didn't make the child. And I don't think that's cool. But what I seen in the video, that before the dude even arrived to her house, that she had already had the camera out. And she had the camera out talking about, watch, he only got something for one child.
Which means
She already knew that he was going to do it because she called him and said, bring something for your child.
well, also it means that this has happened before, and he's only brought food for his child before. That's why she said, "Watch, he only have one bag of stuff."
And what I think is, don't none of us know the real truth because what we only see is what we seen on the internet ourselves, and that was the moment she started recording. The fact is, she never showed us when she started calling him, asking for the food. So she did that, and my thing is, I wanted to know, was she right and was he right, or who was wrong? And my opinion is, or do you rather go first?
I can go first.
Okay.
I can go first. So there are a lot of scenarios
It's a lot of scenarios.
to this situation. Ultimately, I would think it would be very gentlemanly of him to have brought food for all four of the kids. That's just bottom line.
I agree with that.
I will say that I don't care what happens, there is never I don't want to say never, but there's hardly a situation where there's no food in the house. It may not be what you want to eat, but there's always food in the house. It's some canned goods, it's some frozen vegetables or something. They didn't necessarily have to have McDonald's, but if she called and said for him to bring his son something to eat, and that's what he chose to bring him, then they had to deal with that situation.
And
Go ahead.
okay, sorry about that. And we don't know what their relationship like far as
We can
the
say
mother
it.
and the father. We don't know. And from my experience, women will use the child as bait
As a poem.
to control the father. But it's like once the man is no longer with you. Hold up, first let me say this. If their child is the youngest, and she already had four.
She already had three.
She already had three, so she have a total of 4 kids. Then only thing he's really at fault is for coming into a relationship, not getting to know this woman and getting close to the kids. Because what I believe he's wrong at is like this. In order for him to have a child by her and the last child, then he had to have some type of relationship with the other kids. And as a man or as a woman, whoever you are, like, you bringing your kids something they do have other siblings, you should automatically, bring them something.
Yeah, because that can cause division and jealousy amongst the children.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas his father always come around. He take him to the store. He take him to get shoes. He take him to the carnival. He bring him food. They go on vacations together. And
Well,
then you have
hold
the
up.
other 3 children.
Well, I'll tell you what,
that-
when we was young, like, we all talked about, like, that's why my father got a job and your father don't. I mean, like, we did this. We teased each other, but it's like these kids today so sensitive. I don't know. It's like, I
Well,
guess
it could cause division between
that's the
them.
truth.
It
That's
could.
true. That's true.
because his father is there and he's being the father to him.
and-
With these other 3,
And
Their
it's
father's
like
not there.
they could grow up one feeling like they was better than the other.
Exactly.
Because, you got a point.
Yeah.
But that comes with the mother fault. Me personally, and I'm talking to all the mothers out there, all the women out there. When you have different men as kids' fathers, like if you got different kids' fathers, 3 and 4 kids, and they all got different fathers, it is your job to get the fathers communicating with each other, so that they all can help the kids out. And men, if you have a kid by any woman and she have kids, no, it's not your duty to take care of them other kids, but you can be a man and help them out and never leave no kid out, have them feeling separate, because where I come from, a lot of kids, even myself, we grew up without a father. I mean, I know my father today, but I don't know my father.
Right.
You know what I mean? He didn't take care of me. He didn't raise me. Now, I'm not saying I have nothing against my father or nothing like that. I'm saying that a lot of us didn't grow up with a father, but when you do have one father supporting, a lot of women run that man off because you feel like he weak because he want to be there. And a lot of us men want to be there because of the simple fact we've been through this ourselves. So give a man a chance to be there for his kid, and and don't be so hard on the man because you got problems from the last man. You can't do that. In fact, I think all men, when we have kids by a woman, that woman is your family. Them kids your family. I say that because I say this. Because if you love your kid, you don't want to see your kid hurt. Well, if your kid hurt because they lost a parent or something like that, or their parent going through something, then you will see your kid hurt. So if you don't want to see your kid hurt, you have to treat that kid mother or father as if they family.
Right.
You know what I mean? It takes a village to raise a child, but we all have to be the village, and we all have to stick together and take care of each other and stop trying to be better employment or better pay rate or a bigger house or somebody, your significant other have something more. You ain't better than nobody. You got to take care of your family, That's
Yeah,
just what
I
feel.
don't think the house thing and all that makes you a better person. I think your character is what makes you a more likable person, or a person that's kind of like on an even keel. Now, as far as family, I have 3 kids. 2 of them have the same father. One of them, the oldest one father is deceased, and then I have the 2 youngest ones. They're 18 months apart, the 2 youngest ones. The oldest one and the middle one is about 4 or 5 years apart. The 2 younger ones, their father's still living. We don't have the best relationship, but we don't have the worst. But his family, his side of the family, they're my family, because it's been, well, my youngest son is getting ready to be 32, so I've known these people for that long, and we hung out together, and I was a part of their family. I still am, because the love is still there and everything. We just don't talk on a regular basis. But my children are older now. When they were younger, I didn't have this situation because their father was incarcerated. So
Okay.
I was taking care of them by myself. They got incarcerated when they were 2 and 3. So for maybe 14 years, I took care of them, help with his side of the family, of course. But for the most part, my kids didn't have to go through that.
I think today, the new mothers is more aggressive. Like it's like women want to be more dominant. Don't want to allow the man to be a man. You know, with his kids. They feel a lot of women say, "My kids." You know, no, these our kids. It's like, well, okay, let's go back to this.
You're right. They're our children.
They're our children, right? And you don't do that. And even though the guy, getting back on subject, like even though the guy gave her food, you had told me, which I didn't see, but you said that she took the food and threw the food.
At the end of the video.
Okay, so at the end of the video, so she took the food and threw the food. Now nobody eats. When she could have split it between two of the kids at least. But if you ask me, my opinion is she wanted to see him personally. And
that's possible.
He's not giving her the energy that she's looking for. So she reacted a certain way, because if she said herself, if she called him and said, "Bring your son some food." So that means bring my son some food. Me, myself, straight up, I would have brought all the kids something. In fact, I wouldn't have went to McDonald's because that costs more. I'd have went to the grocery store and brought some things that can last for more than one day that all four of the kids could have ate at the same time.
I understand that, but you also, and I agree with you, but you also have to understand what type of relationship they have. It seems like the relationship was not good because of how it started, or from the part we saw. Now, she said he do this every time, which means every time she calls him, he brings a bag of food for their child and not for the other. So this is a recurring situation, which means each time it's volatile, it's toxic, they arguing, and it just continues and continues. And like you said, he could have went to the grocery store, because if he $20,
well,
or $10, he could have bought 3 pack of chicken hot dogs and some beans.
For one, is communication and relationships. A lot of times women will have a kid by a man, and I'm not trying to offend nobody out there, okay, but the truth is the truth. A lot of times women have had a kid and speak as if they don't need the father no more. And a lot of times women will, and y'all know I'm not lying, a lot of times women will talk bad about the father on the phone to a girlfriend or to a friends or family somewhere right in front of the child. And one thing about kids hear things that you don't think they hear.
Right.
And y'all all know this, because don't you remember when you was younger and you heard something that you overheard that probably you shouldn't have heard, but the grown people was talking in front of you? Boom, same scenario. These kids ain't dumb even today.
Did you just say boom?
I said boom. Yes, I did. So I want to ask you, who do you believe was right and who was wrong? What is your opinion on the whole video? What is, strictly on this video?
Okay.
How do you feel?
I'm going to say what I said at first. At the end of the day, I think he should have just been real humble and brought something for everybody. Hot dogs, beans, pizza, something.
How do you
but
know
on
how do you know if, since they don't live together, that she don't normally try to bring him drama and things which make him say, "Oh, you know what, okay, then I ain't gonna do it for them kids. I'm just gonna take care of mine." I mean, how?
Well, I could tell from the tone that she was using in the video, her first thing was, watch he bring one bag like he normally do.
Before he arrived.
Yeah. So
she was well aware of what was going to happen.
Exactly, because it's happened on multiple occasions.
So which means it kind of sounded like she was being spiteful, just trying to. And she said when the video came on, "I'm gonna put him on blast." Basically, that wasn't the word she used, I don't believe, but like
expose him is what she
was going to expose the guy. Like, why are you trying to expose him for what? Like, is he gonna get in trouble?
No, he's not gonna get in trouble. But sometimes women feel like if they put the kid's father on blast, or try to expose them or make them look bad, then they'll get brownie points for that or something.
Well, I think honestly, in the black community, I speak on the black community, not for the black community. On the things that I know, I believe like ladies need to take some of this pressure off, man. You know, help us get back together because men need love and we need to be shown the way too. But it's every household is no father there, and it's like daddy ain't nothing, and it's not like women want to give daddy credit or give any of the men credit unless he buys some of these expensive things for all the kids. But what about the ones who spend time with the kids, you know, and still may buy them something that's not expensive, but spending time is just as more as giving them money?
I think spending time with them is more important than buying them things.
Yeah, I do.
But the things that they need, clothes and shoes, whatever, those are necessity.
No.
I'm not playing. Those are a necessity. I think for the most part, I can't say both of them were right. I think both of them could have handled the situation differently. Now, if she was aggressive like that in the video, then I can imagine what's said at other times.
Right.
Because I've been guilty of that.
Well, for one, her plan was to put him on blast, and why even why you trying to put him on blast? Like, what is it for? It's like no reason, nothing happens because what you really did was show the world that he will take care of his kids.
Exactly.
And which a lot of black men do, we take care of our kid, but sometimes you women push us away, and you know, you get into the kid head, and then the kids grow up saying their dad ain't nothing but a deadbeat. When really men intention, not all men, I can't speak for some, because some men really don't take care of the kids, spend time with them or nothing. Mm-hmm. You know, and those ones, I say take their ass for child support. I don't give a god. Excuse my language. But yeah, but the men who try, you know, don't take them for no child support. And one more thing I want to say in this video, I'm gonna let you talk. You know, but Beyonce had one of the best videos. It's like, nah, like listen, that was Kanye line, you know. But anyway, listen. Oh, I forgot what I was gonna say because I was trying to be funny at the same time. But anyway, men, take care of your babies, you know, and do your job and do what you're supposed to for your kids, because if you didn't have a father, I know you know the feeling of not having a father. So if a child's supposed to be yours, at least stand up and get tested and find out if the kid's yours and belong to you. And women, stop being so dramatic with the man. If the man don't want to take care of his kid, you opened up your legs, you take care of it. Now, you know what to do after that. Now, I'm going to pass this off to you, Lady T, and I'm going to let you speak. And
Really?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, cool.
I just think with this situation, both of them could have handled the situation differently. But again, it's a lot of scenarios that can be played out with this, and we don't really know what happened. So everybody actually is just giving their opinion because nobody really knows what's happened. We don't know how old the child is. We don't know how old the other children are. We don't know if he's taking care. You said you was going to let me talk.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
So we don't know if he's taking care of his child, and because she's angry because they're not together, that she took him for child support, which makes him angry because he's taking care of the child. So we don't really know what the scenario is with them. So the bottom line, I'll just say it could have been handled differently by both of them.
It should have been handled more differently by her, I say, because she the one call herself exposing somebody.
Right.
Want to put somebody on camera, you know. So what you did, if I was him, I would have banged off of it. I would have made my own video. If you see this video, I don't even know what his name was or what it is. If you see this video, you better listen to me. That was your turn to turn it up. And man, keep on taking care of your kids, man. But the next time, go ahead and buy all them kids something. I hope she know how to cook and not one of them microwave mowers, you know. So you know, for you dudes out there who got these same problems, you know, man, I feel your pain. Believe me, I'm not lying. But do your best, man, to be in your kid life and teach them kids, and that's something for every man.
I just don't think in a household there is ever a time where there is absolutely nothing to eat. There
You'd
may
be
not
surprised.
be.
Some of these women so busy chasing men, they ask for weed and liquor. They want weed and liquor when you come over. Then you go over there and go put that stuff in the refrigerator and you realize it ain't no food, but you got 19 kids running around this house, crying, making noise, busting the door open while you trying to get some.
So
Yeah.
no oodles and noodles, no frozen vegetables, none of that. I can't see
no,
it
you know
not
what?
being
Because
just
also,
nothing to eat.
You got these parents who let all the kids in the house eat whatever they want. Versus, see, when we grew up,
Yeah.
you couldn't go in there and eat what you want. You gonna eat what's being cooked, or you gonna eat that mattress because it's night time. Good night. But see now, one of them wants steak and cheese, one of them wants cereal.
One of them want Washing,
That's
one
right.
of them want Chinese food.
They want it from everywhere. And these parents today, they give it to them to shut them up. They give these kids tablets and phones and things like that to be quiet, you know. And the parents who have one of these, a phone of any kind, I don't care if it's Android or iPhone, if you can't read, man, you have this phone, stop being lazy. Pick that phone up and try to learn. Now, I ain't saying I'm the smartest, but I'm daggone sure not the dumbest. So all I'm saying is, parents, y'all need to learn how to read, man. And fathers, y'all need to connect with the other man. Ain't no sense in y'all beefing over one female who can't hold it together or who can't keep a man because she had 4 kids by 4 men. That's not good. You feel what I'm saying? And I ain't talking about that specific lady. I'm saying females in general with that. Or her other 3 kids could have one father. I don't know, but however many fathers they got, not one of them brought that McDonald's up. So, dude, them your flowers, and I'm giving them to you if you see my video. Anything else you got to say before I cut this short?
No, I pretty much said what I had to say.
Yeah.
That's it.
All right. Well, I guess y'all know we about to end this. So we need y'all to like,
Subscribe,
comment,
and share.
and like again.
Buck Brody 1.
Lady T.
JCL.
JTL. She have her own channel, so y'all can go check her out.
Come check me out.
Oh, and just want to let y'all know, I don't want to talk y'all to death real quick. Listen, we do top 5s because on my channel, I like to have fun. And it's times we're going to talk about serious topics, and it's times you're going to see me being serious because life is not just one way. And I refuse to be one way. So you come to my channel, if you search good enough, you'll see that I will have things on here about everything. So you can have some fun. And if you want to cry sometimes, you know, you stroll, shoot, you might can find it on there because
I'm quite sure
this
they
your
can.
man, Buck Brody. And you might even cry laughing looking at some of this stuff, but you better know it's for real because it's coming from me, your man, Buck Brody. That's Buck Brody 1 on YouTube. That's Buck Brody 1 on Instagram. Y'all hit me up and follow me. And follow her on YouTube at Lady T.
JCL Journey Through Life.
You feel me?